Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. I don't think and I don't see Emefiele coming out of this dungeon anytime soon. The former governor and ex-convict in Delta State are talking about James Ibori tried to make a plea deal for him, did what he could. However, it did not work. Right now, we are hearing that there is no plea bargain between the federal government and the death threat that has now been on a CBN governor. The former governor, but James Ibori, tried to make a plea bargain so that he can be free and they can look into things, but however that has not happened. So these are some of the possibilities of what is going on now, and many people are beginning to wonder what the next line of matters will be. And this is why every single person is watching and waiting patiently to see the next point of call. Godwin Emefiele has been suspended and his office, has been kept down for some time now. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. The Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, of the Federal Ministry of Justice, Mohammed Abubakar, has revealed why the embittered suspended governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, and his co-defendants were absent from court on Wednesday. Late Nigeria recalled the federal government filed a 6.9 billion 20 counts charge bordering on alleged breach of procurement laws and contract inflation on the suspect. However, the arraignment scheduled for Wednesday by a High Court of the Federal Capital Territory was not stated on the court case list. Similarly, Emefiele and his co-defendant, Sadiq Yaro, were not in court, was not in court, nor was any necessary security presence observed around the court premises. The lawyers of the parties involved were not present in court. This was the second time Emefiele Ramili Yero scheduled arrangement was stayed. Report has emerged that Emefiele allegedly opted for a plea bargain with the federal government in the charge against him. Sources preview to the development said Emefiele and his co-defendant Yaro has opted for a plea bargain option to settle with the government. But speaking with Premium Times on Thursday in Abuja, the DPP explained that Emefiele was not in arrangement on Wednesday because of safety concerns around the court. Abubakar said, "You remember at the last sitting, some angry persons mobilized to the court threatening to lynch him, Mr. Emefiele. We were ready to bring the defendants to court for arraignment on Wednesday, but we received an intelligence report that some persons were out to foment trouble, so we had to shelve the arrangement." Why insisting on a plea bargain deal has come up in the case, Abubakar said neither Emefiele nor his co-defendants nor co-prosecutors has suggested a plea arrangement. As far as we are concerned, there is no such application for plea bargain before the Ministry of Justice, he said. He, however, added that the law provides for a plea bargain, but if there's such request, it must be considered. Late Nigeria reports the plea bargain. It's a legal process that allows defendants charges with an offense in court, usually before a trial begins or gets to an advantageous stage, to plead guilty to a less crime to get a softer sentence. So, my lovely, wonderful people, you can see for yourself that there is really and sincerely no plea bargain, and that Emefiele's life may be in danger. Hence, the court is saying what he's saying. They have decided to, not to bring Emefiele to court, and they are saying there is no form of agreement with Emefiele and the government. The last of it we heard was that James Ibori, former governor of Delta State, who the British government, had to in prison for fraudulent and other activities had to come out and say, you know what, there is, he tried to arrange some arrangement with, have some arrangement with TINUBU so that, Emefiele can be released. However, these things have not truly materialized. And as you can see, it's no longer what it used to be. So Godwin Emefiele is still very much in custody, and there is no arrangement up until now. And we're waiting patiently to see what the next lines of actions will be, because the case continues to evolve. Emefiele's tenure is not over. You know that tenure usually is not subject to whether you are asked to leave the position or not. They have to go through their tenure, and that's why the best thing for them to do was to get him suspended while an acting capacity CBN governor takes charge. Whatever happens, I feel personally that this is just Emefiele being punished for the sin of everybody. What do I mean by that? Emefiele will never act alone. He reports to the president in the structure of the CBN and all that. He reports to the president. The Naira changed during the whole election and all that happened. I can sincerely tell you, Emefiele himself cannot wake up one morning, being the CBN governor or not, and say, we are changing the Naira and this is what we are doing. You can't have that. You can't do that. He's got no capacity to do that. He's got no capacity to do that. Okay? To say, we're changing Naira. So that's why when I look at the whole thing, I feel that TINUBU is really actually sincerely leaving the core crux of the matter to face other areas and to victimize this guy, because honestly, sincerely speaking, it does not really tell us, who and what these things really are and what is going on. So it shows. So these are very critical matters, and we all have to ensure that at the end of the day, the right thing is done, because we cannot continue with the same thing over and over again then expect a different result. It does not work. You see, it does not work. So it is what it is. And if really, sincerely, truly speaking, we're going to be making a headway to ensure that things are different and we make things better for us all as a nation, this is the time to advance and to make sure that we are taking the right turns. Yes, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a fantastic day from us. Bye for now.